Today you're going to practice solving a one-step inequality, which is very similar to just solving a one-step equation. So we're going to pretend the inequalities symbol is like the equal sign, and we're going to do the same thing to both sides. So we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, and we're left with x is less than 4. So that would mean we have an open circle at the number 4, and we'll shade the numbers that are less than 4. All right, for the next one, fraction bar means divide. The inverse of division is multiply, so we're going to multiply both sides by 4. And therefore we get negative 28 is less than x. And also this 4, those are both in the numerator and the denominator, which is worth 1, and 1x is the same as x. Let's actually pretend that says less than or equal to, because then that one would be a closed circle at negative 28. And ooh, x is on the opposite side, so negative 28 is less than or equal to x, which means that x is greater than or equal to it. And the greater than numbers are this way to the right. Now, there's going to be a few hiccups. All right, so I have a bunch of inequalities written right here. So 3 is less than 5. That is true. Let's say we just do the same thing to both sides, and we add 1 to both sides. 4 is less than 6, and that's still true. What if we minus 1 to both sides? We would have 2 is less than 4. That's still true. What if we multiply by 1? 3 is less than 5. Yep. And how about we divide by 1? 3 is less than 5. Still true. But what about if we're using negatives? Let's see. Let's try to add a negative 1. And I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to actually just put it in the front. Plus a negative 1 plus a negative 1. So we have 2 is less than 4. Ooh, perfect. That's true. All right, let's minus a negative. So let's say we minus negative 1. Hold on just a second, Tyler. I'm making a video. All right, so we get 4 is less than 6. Ooh, still true. Yes. All right, let's times it by negative 1. Times by negative 1. We get negative 3 is less than negative 5. Oh boy, that one is not true. If we have a number line here, and this is 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Negative 5 is the smaller number, and negative 3 is the bigger number. So that one is not true. And if we divide by negative 1, we'd have negative 3 is less than negative 5. Also not true. So when we are multiplying or dividing by a negative number, we get something that isn't true. So what we need to do is we need to reverse the direction of that inequality symbol, and then it will be true again. So let's do an example. All right, so for this first one, we're going to divide both sides by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1x is just x. Negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. And we're going to keep the inequality symbol. Yes, there is a negative somewhere, but what we did to both sides was not dividing it by a negative number. But for this next example, we are going to divide both sides by a negative 2. So then we're going to have x is greater than, so we have to flip that inequality symbol because both sides we're dividing by a negative number. So it would be a negative 7. So when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, you're going to flip or reverse that inequality symbol.